Guys, trust me when I say this. Even with lot of experience that I had as a person who have been in the interview and also the person who is taking the interview for the various data science job roles, I can tell you this for sure. Even the person who could be most confident can become flustered, and sometimes he can become mess up as well because of the interview process. Now in this video, I want to bring your attention to the 9 mistakes that you need to avoid so that you can have a successful interview for the role of data science. Now these are all the general suggestions which I've got on the basis of my experience on being part of the interview, sometimes as a person who was part of the receiving end and most of the times as the person who is taking the interview for the other person. So these are all the general guidelines which I would recommend for any learner. So let's get started. And the first and the important thing that I want to point out, especially for the people who are applying for the data science job role, is so avoid lying on your CV and the interview. So focus on the things that you have done and try to bring more value from the projects that you have done. Please don't lie in the CV or at the interview saying that you have done this and that, and when we start ask the question, so don't start blabbering. So that brings us to the next point. So please avoid giving the unclear answers and the rambling. So lying on the CV and unclear answers and the rambling, these are the 2 common mistakes which I generally see with every candidate that we come across. So ensure that you are well prepared and your CV that you have prepared, ensuring that it has all the details which you are completely aware of, which you have worked. And when something is being asked to you, if you are not sure, take a few seconds to think and then answer or respond to the question that is being asked to you. Ensure that you don't go off a tangent or end abruptly without rounding out the answer back to what was actually asked. And also, please avoid mumbling or speaking too fast, because the person who is taking your interview, he may not be at the same pace as the way that you would expect to. So avoid lying on the CV and please take a pause and answer the question in a much more appropriate way as much as possible. And the third mistake that you have to avoid is turning up late. We can completely understand if you have got any emergency or if you have got any good reason for being late, but ensure that you are on time for an interview. So these days we have seen most of the companies having the first or the initial rounds as the online interview. So at that time, ensure that you have got the proper logistics setup. Ensure that you test out your system, test out your connectivity, test out your headphones, ensuring that it is well in place, and try to join at least 15 minutes before so that if any installation has to happen, it can complete it. If any system restart has to happen at your local system, let it complete it. So by the time you join, by the time you are ready, you will be on time for the interview. And if it is a personal interview, so then at that time, I would recommend you to reach the destination, the interview location, as early as possible so that you will be on time. If you are in a metro city like a Bangalore or any other metro city, you calculate and ensure that you have got enough buffer so that you will be reaching the interview destination at a proper time. Alright? And the another mistake which we generally see when the candidates appearing for the interview is going in without any research. I'm sure getting the interview call and having the interview scheduled will not happen in 1 hour or 30 minutes. So it's a process where the first time you're going to get the call from the recruiter then shortlist you for an interview, and then you are going to appear for the initial round. Now when you have got that time lag, when you have got that time thing with you, use the time wisely, research on the job role that is being offered to you. So if the job role is for NLP, then at that time ensure that you understand, you rephrase your CV such a way that it will be well suited for the role of NLP engineer. If the job role that is being hired to you is for the role of machine learning expert or the machine learning engineer, ensure that you tailor-made your CV to match that specific role. Bring the highlights on the projects that you have done on machine learning. And also try to be as verbal as possible about the skill sets that you have used in each and every project. Ensure that you represent it with the help of number. For example, if you have done a machine learning project which has the model of the accuracy of 90%, and if it is based on the customer retention, then try to add in the business value that you have had from implementing that machine learning model. Maybe saying that with that machine learning model implementation, you were able to increase the revenue by 30%. Ensure that you add these terminology so that it is going to add weightage, and while conveying your project experience, ensure that you specify your weightage in terms of number from the business value it has brought in. And research for the job role. Along with that, research the company. Understand what exactly that company is doing. What are they manufacturing, or if they are consulting, what kind of consulting do they do? What are their clients are? Get as much information as possible. Okay, and if it is a personal interview round, even though the company may not have the policy, it will be good if you dress appropriately. Whether it is a virtual interview or whether it is an in-person interview, it's always better that if you dress appropriately. This will make everyone comfortable, and this will also show that you are a professional and you are someone who is serious about the job that you are applying to. And the another common mistake which I generally see, especially with the candidates, is poor body language. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I know the overall process of the interview is completely frustrating, and it is frustrating because of variety of reasons. It could be because of the external factor, internal factors. There's a lot of things that goes on in each and everyone's mind. Ensure that you always stay calm and have a proper body language so that you will be presented, and when you attend the interview and when you are having a conversation with your manager, you will be at your optimal best. Okay, next, the other important mistake that you need to avoid is speaking negative about your current or past employer. So it's good that you're appearing for your current dream company that you're in, but you should not say negative about your current or past employers. It is going to put you in a bad position. So it will, as per my experience, it would create kind of a bias towards that specific candidate. So I would recommend you that you avoid speaking negatively about your current or past employers. Okay, and the mistake number 8 that you need to avoid is discussing on money and benefits in the tech round. So I've seen a lot of freshers when they enter the interview round, and after the tech interview or the initial interview is completed, they'll start asking the questions regarding the money or the CTC or the benefits that you get. But remember, each and every round is there for a specific reason. The technical round is there to analyze and to assess your technical skill, not discuss about your monetary benefits. So once you have cleared the technical round, managerial round, and any other round as per the company's requirement, during the HR discussion, that is when you'll start discussing about money. So avoid discussing on money and the benefits in the technical round itself, unless and until it is asked you to so. Okay, unless and until it is asked for you to tell me about your expectation, please don't bring up that point. So it will not be good for you or the other person, because the person who is at the technical level, he may not be able to answer you appropriately. And lastly, avoid not showing up. So this clearly reflects your professional part. The reason is, so just like you have been set up that specific time for you, even the person who's taking your interview, he has also kept that specific personal office time to spend that time with you. So avoid not showing up. Let's suppose if there is a change in plan, ensure that you inform the HR manager or the recruiter as early as possible so that everyone will be informed. Alright folks, so these are some of the top 9 mistakes that you need to avoid for any data science interview. Now if you think that I have missed any, please let us know in the comment section. I'll try to add it in the next video. So thank you so much guys for watching till the end. Now, if you have got any questions, let me know in the comment section. If you're new to data science, please check out the YouTube channel, and we've got the statistics playlist, we've got Python for data science, we've got NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, we've got deep learning that you can start learning for free. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. For more tips and tricks on data science interviews, subscribe to our channel.